Kim Kardashian has got to be one of my most requested videos by far. So I'm going to do a Kim Kardashian smoky eye makeup tutorial today. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my foundation. I'm using my L'Oreal True Match foundation in Golden Beige. And now before anyone says anything, I'm aware that this looks too dark for me, but it matches my body. My face is just a lot paler than my body. Now, one of Kim Kardashian's trademarks is her big, bold eyebrows. So I'm going to use Max Brun, which is a blackened brown, and I'm going to give myself some hefty eyebrows. Okay, the first shade I'm going to take is Mulch from MAC. It's like a brown with gold shimmers running through it, but it's a medium-ish brown. And I'm just going to pack this over the whole lid. And I'm just blending this into the crease, winging it out at the edges slightly. The next colour I'm going to take is the same colour I used on my eyebrows, Brun. And this colour I'm going to press over the lid, on top of the mulch. Kind of lightening it up in towards the inner corner so it's more Mulch than Brun. And then on the edges of the Brun, I'm just going to blend it into the Mulch. So there's a nice soft gradient going upwards, and I'm going to just wing this out slightly, as well as the Mulch. Now I'm just doing this because I am going to put a black along the lash line. And I want this to be really, really, really smoky and blended out. And I think it will look nice to have the Brun as kind of a transition colour rather than just going Mulch to black. It will be like Mulch to Brun to black. It'll just blend nice. The next shade I'm going to take is, hit myself in the face, is Carbon from MAC. So just any matte black eyeshadow. Or, you know, you could use a shimmery black eyeshadow if you feel like it. It's your face. And I've just dampened my brush slightly to get a really intense colour payoff. And I'm just gonna pat this on the lower part of the lid. And then taking the brush that I put Brun on with, and this is gonna help to blend it in. Now I'm going to take the shade Woodwinked from MAC, so any really, really goldy gold. And this colour I'm going to put right on the kind of middle of my lower lash line. And you can afford to go quite low with this colour. The next colour I'm going to take is that first shade again, is Brun. And this I'm putting on the rest of the lower lash line. Take the brush with the Brun on and a little bit more of Brun. And I'm going to smudge that into the mulch just to darken that up a little bit. to kind of mimic the dark to light gradient. I'm doing that on the bottom as well. Now on the waterline I'm going to use two colours. I'm going to use a brown and a black liner. I'm going to start off with the brown. This one's from Bourjois, but any brown eyeliner you have. And I'm just going to apply this to the inner half. On the outer third I'm going to use a black. This is Smolder from MAC. In one of the images I'm working from, she has a black gel eyeliner in a wing, so I'm going to use my Black Tracks fluid line. And I'm just going to run this across my top lash line, coming into where my eyelashes naturally stop. My neighbours have builders and they can hear me. So awkward. If you struggle lining your eyeliner with a wing, hopefully this look will make it a bit easier. A, because it's a dark eyeshadow and it's not going to be that obvious, and B, because you've winged out your eyeshadow with the natural shape of your eye, so that gives you a little bit of a kind of guideline. Okay, well now that I have lined my eyes with I've gone for quite a dramatic wing. You don't have to, obviously. I'm now going to curl my eyelashes and apply a lot of the Miss Manga Mega Volume from L'Oreal. And then I'm going to apply the Ardell Demi Wispy eyelashes. Remember to apply a lot of mascara on the bottom lashes because Kim has really long bottom eyelashes. So do it a couple extra coats down there. Okay, so those are the eyes pretty much done. I'll probably come back and add a couple of like finishing details later on. But I'm now going to move on to the Kim skin. The first product for her skin I'm going to use is the MAC Select Cover Up in NC20. And this, I'm going to do a little triangle here on this like front panel of my skin. A couple dots down my nose. Up here. Top lip and chin. I'm going to take my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush and I'm just going to blend these outwards. Now with these ones on my cheek, this is kind of aiding the contouring, so when it comes to my nose, I'm bringing it ever so slightly onto the side of my nose, because I'm going to contour it later and it will just help make my nose look a little bit smaller. And I'm just going to buff out the edges with my foundation brush. The next product I'm going to take is a foundation which is quite a few shades darker than my skin tone. This is Terracotta from Sleek. And I'm going to put a little bit of this on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take my Real Techniques contouring brush, really working it onto the brush, and then this I'm going to use as a base for my contour, so just buff this starting from the top of your ear going down to your outer kind of iris area. And rather than blending down, blending upwards to lift your cheekbone. Starting with a tiny bit and building rather than just putting on lots of product at once. Up onto my hairline. I'm going to take a tiny bit of that, tiny bit, and this is just going to go down the sides of my nose. So I'm going to take my Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection Concealer in the shade 1, which is really light, and I'm just going to do one little dot in all those places again. I'm going to take the same brush and blend that out. And this is going to really, really lighten those areas. And I'm going to set that contour in place with my Bourjois chocolate bronzer. Now, I know it seems like I'm using a lot of products. That's because I am. Now the contrast between my highlight and my contour can look a little bit scary and a little bit harsh. So to blend those two together, I'm going to use a blush. This is Pincho Peach from MAC. Because she often wears like quite a brightish pink blush. So I'm just going to use that in between. Now finally for my face, I'm going to highlight the tops of my cheekbones, my brow bone, my nose, etc. with my Makeup Academy Undress Your Skin Shimmer Highlighter. Just over the light areas up here. It's really pink, so I'm just going to blend it a little bit into the blush. I'm also going to take a slightly smaller brush, and this is going to just go along my brow bone because she really likes a shimmery brow bone. Now, as lots of people know, Kim Kardashian's favourite lipstick is Angel from MAC, and I have it and I have no idea where it is. I think my sister may have stolen it. So I'm going to start off with the colour Brave, which is a bit darker than Angel. Just a bit of it. And then to top it off, I'm trying to think, either I want to use my Mini Bourjois 3D Effect lip gloss or beige. I like this one, what is it? The Mini Bourjois Gloss 3D Effect, but if you have Angel, use that. And I think that's me done. Yeah. So here is my finished Kim Kardashian makeup tutorial. It's been a long time coming. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up and let me know, or leave it in a comment. Follow all of my social media sites. They're all linked down below, as they always are. My Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, email address. If you'd like to contact me or ask me any questions, that's where to go to do it. As always, I hope you all have a really, really lovely day, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!